Hey, what's going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my review for Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 7, which is titled Still Standing. So, yes, I missed out on Episode 6 review because I was away, and I'm actually completely fine with that because I didn't really enjoy Episode 6 that much. I watched it just recently, and I did not enjoy it. I was just, kind of bored throughout a lot of the episode. I mean, it was character development, which is important, but I feel like we've had 5 episodes in a row that's just been character development, and I'm starting to get just aggravated because I'm like, bro, nothing's really happening. Nothing big in terms of plot or story. There's not much going forward, and I was just getting kind of annoyed. But at the same time, episode 7 was really good, so it made up for it. I'm glad I watched episode 6 right before episode 7. I watched them right after another, so it was better than watching episode 6 and just being pissed off for a week and then not getting episode 7 until later. But episode 7 was really, really, really good. I loved it. I enjoyed it a lot. I think the finale, or the mid-season finale, is going to be really good, and then hopefully next half will be a little bit better, even though, I didn't hate this season so far. It's just not been the best in the world. That's just kind of how I feel about it. But either way, episode 7 still standing. It started really strong and then ended really strong. So first of all, ALICIA being an absolute badass in this episode was a pleasure to watch. Just seeing her killing walkers like it's nothing was awesome. I mean, she was doing that for a good portion of the episode. Every bit of it was awesome. We might as well just talk about that right away. Is ALICIA gonna die? No, there's no way in hell she's gonna die. People are all freaking out like, oh, I'm not watching the show anymore if she dies. There's no way in hell that ALICIA will be killed off unless the actress wanted to leave for some reason. But I feel like if she did, we would already know about it, just like Rick leaving. I feel like we would have heard about it on the, articles would have said something. They wouldn't have just killed her off like this. No, they're not going to kill off ALICIA. She's easily the most loved character on the show, I'd say. She's one of the main reasons people are still watching Fear the Walking Dead, because a lot of people don't really enjoy Fear the Walking Dead anymore. I do. I enjoy it. Like I said, there's problems I have with this season, but doesn't mean the whole season's shit. I still love a lot of the other characters. Morgan, Dwight, John are all fantastic characters in my opinion. Hell, I even get a kick out of Charlie sometimes, even though she's, not really that interesting, but I think the actress is pretty good, so I enjoy her character for that. Oh, you still got Daniel, too. I forgot about Daniel. He hasn't appeared that often in this season so far, so I guess that's why I kind of forgot about him for a second. But yeah, you got a lot of great characters, and ALICIA's great too, but personally, if they killed her off, I would stop watching. I just know a lot of people would. So the show knows that. The writers know that. The writers also know that she's the last person standing from the first episode. She's one of the last people standing from the first season. Only other person who is still alive from season 1 is Strand and Daniel, of course. But that's about it. And then you go into season 2, you got Luciana. That's it. Season 3, is there anyone standing from season 3? No, that's it. It's just ALICIA, Luciana, Strand, and Daniel. Those are the only 4 characters from the first 3 seasons. Everyone else is new, which is crazy to me because, I don't know, I feel like the show just didn't handle character deaths the best. I feel like there was obviously a few characters that the actor chose to leave, like Travis, Nick. I think there was something with Troy's contract or something that he had to leave for. So there's been a lot of those situations where there's been characters leaving because the writers can't handle it. But I think the writers need to do a better job of communicating with the actors so they don't kill off other characters beforehand. This happens all the time. It's like if certain people leave, they wouldn't do certain things to other characters beforehand. You know what I mean? I feel like if they knew Nick was going to be leaving in season 4, I feel like they wouldn't have killed off Ophelia in season 3. But you might be like, well, why does that have anything to do with it? Well, just to add another character to the story. I mean, you got to give a character more story to her, right? And if they knew Nick was going to be leaving, I feel like it would have changed what they did with the character. And I feel like they would have changed, what they do in terms of development. Like Travis would probably have more development before just axing him in the second episode like it's nothing. So, although ALICIA's death just wouldn't make any sense. There would be no thing that I would be like, oh, that makes sense. That develops this character. I don't know if that would really develop anyone that thoroughly. Alicia's been kind of on her own. I mean, Morgan would be pretty affected, but like not to an extreme or anything. Luciana's, good with her. Strand is too, but I don't think it would be, in terms of like writing, it wouldn't work. She's not gonna die. There's just no way in hell. She's gonna have some sort of a reason why she doesn't get sick from it, or she's gonna get sick, but it's not gonna kill her, or something, or maybe the reactive. It's just not automatically she's gonna die because she got some blood in her mouth from an infected walker that was contaminated with the radiation. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. And from what I understand, radiation doesn't have to kill you right away. Like, from what I understand, it could take a long time for someone to die from radiation. Like, it's happened to tons of people who were affected by the Chernobyl incident, and like years later they get sick. So I don't really know if that'll matter though, because I think Alicia would still not want to be around anyone because she doesn't want to get anyone else infected with the radiation. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, of course. I think she's going to live, obviously. I don't think they'd kill her off, so I don't think you guys have to worry. I do think they'll kill off somebody, though, in the next episode. And who would that be? I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. Maybe the kids, maybe Annie, maybe Max, maybe just one of the kids, maybe all the kids, maybe a lot of the kids. Because they really do need something big to happen that'll like affect everyone. I think they're going to try to go off on this plane, and then something's going to happen with Logan and his group. Maybe they're going to come across them and stop them. I don't know. We do see that Sarah and Wendell are confronting Logan and his group in this episode. I don't know why, but it seems like they are. So maybe Sarah or Wendell will be dying, maybe. We haven't really seen much of them this season, though, so I don't know if they would just kill them off after not giving them like any development at all this season. But, we'll have to wait and see. What else happened in this episode? Well, you have Strand and Charlie chilling and then being saved by Morgan, who I liked in this episode. One storyline I really did like was Dwight and John. How John kept hiding the message from Dwight because he just did not know how to do it. Like, he knew it was the wrong thing to do, but he could not get himself to do it. He was not strong enough. And I liked how by the end of the episode he was able to overcome it and realize, I have to do this. And I liked it a lot. So John and Dwight had some interesting back and forth in this episode that I really enjoyed. And then, of course, Alicia being a badass and saving the kids was awesome as well. And then that's really the only interesting parts of the episode. The stuff with Morgan and Grace, they obviously have some sort of a connection there. I don't think I was really, at the end when they were talking by the car, I don't know why I was thinking they're probably going to kiss. And I'm really glad they didn't. Because I hate when there's forced relationships. I absolutely hate it in the Walking Dead universe because they're in the apocalypse. Just because people are close together does not mean they have to get into a relationship, especially with the shit going on. And I like when, people have close relationships, but they don't hook up. I like that a lot. Like, people are always like, oh, I want Carol and Daryl to hook up. Like, no, man. Let them have a really close relationship without hooking up. Please. It's not that hard. And I was really, like, as much as they do seem like they could work together, I really don't need them to or want them to, honestly. I think they're better off just being really close friends. Morgan has never really had a love interest other than his wife in season 1, which she died right away. I mean, there's been a lot of characters that haven't had love interests, obviously, but Morgan's one that just never had one. Yeah, not even close, really. Not even like a Zimmer of one anywhere. He's had a lot of interesting relationships with certain characters, like with Carol. I really liked his back and forth with Carol in season 6 and 7 specifically, because they were both kind of opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of how they kill people and how they handle it. I'm interested to see if Morgan's going to go back down that road ever again, if something will happen to make him do that. I don't know, because that would be really interesting. Because personally, I am a bigger fan of Morgan. I'm going to be honest, this is going to sound weird, but I'm a bigger fan of Morgan when he's in badass kill everyone mode. I just enjoy his character more, maybe. When he's kind of more peaceful, he's a little less interesting. He's not not interesting at all, but I feel like when he's in his badass, like the best points of Morgan for me was season 8 when he was just kill, 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 kill. And season 3 that one episode he was in. Those are like my favorite versions of Morgan. So, you know, that's kind of how it is. And then when he was a little too peaceful in season 6 and a little bit of 7. He was just a little too peaceful. I was like, bro, calm the hell down. You have to kill some people. But I think he's a good in-between in this season. Like, I think he would kill people, but he's not going to just kill anyone. He would kill them if he had to. I think he would, which we haven't seen him. I don't think he's killed anyone. Has he killed anyone in the Fear the Walking Dead seasons that he's been in so far? I don't think so. I kind of hope he has to. I kind of hope something happens where he's forced to kill someone. He definitely did, though. There's no way he didn't. No, I'm trying to think. I don't think he did. Either way, I'm excited to see where his character goes. I'm excited to see what happens with Alicia. I'm excited to see what happens with everyone else and next in this mid-season finale. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.